Money. Money.
A lot of things going on in the appraisal market. I've brought a couple topics in regarding appraisals. This is if you're looking at purchasing property. I know you need an appraisal when you're refinancing as well, but really want to focus on purchase an FHA. FHA is a loan program that's available for a lower down payment assistance, or if you have challenging credit, you do not need to be a first-time home buyer. You can buy a home up to over $500,000 for a 3.5% down payment, so it's not for a lower purchase price. But there are some restrictions on FHA that you may not see on conventional. And I just want to go through how an FHA appraiser looks at the property. Some of these are going to apply to conventional. A lot are not going to. But it's a conversation that came up with some of my realtor partners. And so I thought it would be a great topic to bring into studio, whether you're one of my real estate partners listening to the show or consumer out there. FHA is primarily concerned that everything in the house function properly and that there are no health and safety issues. The basic concept for meeting FHA minimum requirements is that everything must work as was designed to work. So for an example, a window that is supposed to open must open, and a built-in appliance should do what the appliance is supposed to do. And if you have sliding glass doors with a lock on the handle, the lock should work. So these little things that may not seem like an issue, there are things that an appraiser for an FHA loan would need to call out. Now, here's a general list of what the FHA appraiser is going to be looking for during his or her inspection. Utilities should be turned on so that the appraiser can test the system and the appliances. Appliance must function properly. There should be proper drainage around the perimeter of the house. The heating unit must be in working order and AC if applicable. Water pressure must be adequate for the house. Appraisers flush toilets. They turn on faucets and ensure that both the hot and cold water are working. The water heater must be working order and strapped accordance to local code. The attics and crawl space are to be viewed and at minimum from the shoulder by the appraiser. When viewing the attic, appraisers must ensure that there are vents, no damage, no exposure to frayed wires, and the sunlight is not beaming through. Now, when inspecting a crawl space, appraisers make sure that there are no signs in standing water or any other foundational support issues. Excessive debris in the attic or crawl space should be removed. Now, paint must not be chipping, peeling, or flaking on homes built before 1978 because of the damage of the lead-based paint. Lead was used to paint prior to 1978. However, there must be no defective paint or bare wood for properties built after 1978 because defective paint impacts the economic longevity of the property. Now, defective paint should be scraped and repainted with no wood chips and soil. Electrical outlets must work. Outlets should have a cover plate also. Toilets must be flush and mounted. Any active termite infestation needs to be cured. Minor cosmetic issues such as stained carpet or a need to interior paint are okay. The house does not have to be perfect, but there are issues that impact health and safety on a long-term economic visibility of the property. Then those issues must be cured. Windows must be open and must be able to open and close, and they cannot be broken. Mirror cracked can be okay so long as there's not an issue with the safety, soundness, and security. No dangling wires from missing fixtures or anywhere else. FHA doesn't require the air conditioning, but if present, the system should work as intended. Smoke detectors and carbon monoxide detectors are required. As required by local code. The firewall from the garage to the house should be intact. Missing sheetrock or pet door installed in door or lack of self-closing hinges, hollow door could pose some safety issues. A roof should not be leaking and needs to have at least 5 years of the economic life left on the property. So these are just a few things that the appraiser is going to be looking for. So the takeaway for FHA is just make sure that the little things are not left unattended to, because what will happen is the appraiser will get out there, will have a long list of things called called. These are really easy things that could be fixed and mend prior to the appraiser going out to the property and save on a lot of delays, as well as save on additional costs that may be incurred. That's my money chat. Coming up next, I have Patrick Hayes with Superior Slab Jacking. Is your concrete shifting, sinking, or unsafe? I have a solution that can save you 60% or more over removal or replacement of cost, or my guest does, right here at 11:50 a.m. KKNW after this short break.